Hello and welcome to my presentation on the relational database that I'm doing for Penn State Esports. And I chose this topic because Penn State Esports is an established student organization in which I'm the treasurer of, and the club is getting bigger and bigger every day, so maintaining the information is a must. This mess here is my initial model for my database. It's everywhere, it's 19 tables, and it's kind of hard to tell where everything is. So what I did is I moved it into a hierarchical model in which the ones with the least connections are at the top, and it kind of spreads down into what they branch into. Interesting things you might notice. Under the members and streamers tab, I have the same first name, last name, email, and that is due to the fact that streamers might not necessarily be members of the club as they are streaming. It's very possible that they are simply casters that we brought in. And under orders, I added a quantity section because that was an oversight on my part, as you kind of need quantity to be able to tell pricing. Also, under the members tab, I put a newsletter segment because we have a monthly newsletter that goes out, and this tells me if you are signed up for it or not. This is my initial create statement for my streamer, stream time, dues, and part of my division table. So as you can see, under my streamer table, it keeps track of the streamer ID, the member ID if you have one, your first name, your last name, and your email if you have one. My stream timetable keeps track of my stream ID, the game you are playing, your start time, your end time if you've ended. If you have not, you can leave that null, and your details if you have any. For example, if League of Legends is doing a stream for charity, I can tell. Dues are paid to the club if you want extra privileges. So there's a dues ID, which will keep track of normally one or two. The cost, which becomes basically just the cost of the dues. The length, whether it's semesterly or yearly, this keeps track. And rewards, if we have any. For example, we have a mouse pad that you can get if you pay for your dues. My update statement, so for example, when the year is over, and seniors still want to be a part of the club, we can adjust them to alumni instead. So this will do that. And then also on the right side, my team members. So if a member from team 15, if that team ends, we still keep track of those members. However, I turn their current member status to 0. That is a bit. 1 means you're a current member, 0 means you are not. So show all members at an event who have paid dues. This is a subquery, and what this does is it keeps track of just your first name, last name of your member, where your dues ID is not null, so you've paid dues, because in my member table, I keep track of dues not by if you've paid them or not, but by the ID. So if I actually go back to my members table, you can see the ones at the end, the ones and the nulls. So 1 means that you've paid yearly dues, null means you have not paid dues, and 2 means you have paid semesterly dues. All right. So another query I did was show all paid orders above $25. This is to keep track of our larger orders to make sure they're being fulfilled. So what I did was I did a join between my orders and apparel, and basically I made it so that the quantity from orders times the apparel cost is greater than 25, so it's over $25. Then I have show all divisions and their team, as well as the numbers of members in each team, include the divisions that do not have teams. So this is mostly used for me to keep track of all of our divisions as well as teams. So as you can see, I have the division name, the team ID, and my last column is the count of the member IDs. So it keeps track of all my divisions, and the divisions with teams will repeat as you can see their teams and number of members in those teams. Show all with member tag and the division name, include those not chosen the division yet. So this is just a way for me to look at all the members in the club, even if they haven't chosen the division yet. For example, they're new or they're not sure exactly where they fit. So this is a double join in which I'm joining divisions and division member just to have that division ID in place. And I also have the member IDs keeping in place from members to division members. So next, I'm just going to show a basis for my front end. So my front end, I wanted to make it really basic. It's just something to start off on because this is something I want to build upon as I go forward. And this keeps track of first name through a text box, last name through a text box, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior alumni, you can click that box. Current role in club, so if I did former member, and then did just a random character followed by psu.edu, I can submit that. It'll say thank you for submitting, and it'll enter into the database. I also have the same thing where you can click a link and it'll send you to my streamer registration page, which is just really simple: first name, last name, email. So that's kind of the basis for my presentation on Penn State esports. I hope this was sufficient enough to kind of grab your attention and show you exactly what I'm doing here. And I thank you for your time and listening to me. Once again, I just hope you enjoyed listening to this. Thank you.